You know that song, Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Do you know what that means? He's talking about seeing the poor and the hungry and the sick. Because that's what he sees. And when you want your eyes open, you begin to see truth. When our eyes are closed, we live behind a lie. So when you sing that song and you still ain't changed, you really ain't singing that song. You ain't meaning it. You just singing it because it's words off your lips. But opening your eyes to your heart is talking about love and seeing people the way God sees them. Seeing people in spite of their weaknesses, in spite of their shortcomings, and in spite of their smelling and looking like a bum and can't afford anything. I've had more people look at me crazy and judging me than anything. And the racism, man, the racism, you can cut it with a knife. I'm not going to stop talking about that either, because with love, there's no racism. But without love, there's so much racism. There was a couple that walked past me, didn't even speak. But the problem is, it's not that. The problem is there's a child involved, and you're teaching them how. You're setting the standards for your children. When you have children, they are the victims of your racism. They are the victims of things that you won't change in your life, and they become just like you. So when you walk by somebody, because of the color of their skin, you won't speak because you don't know how, or you don't know what to say. You don't know how it's going to work out. You got racism in you because we're humans first. We're God's children first. And if you can't understand how to speak to somebody because the color of their skin, there's something wrong with you. And you need to allow God to fix it. You need to allow God to fix it. But when you don't speak to another human being and be kind, and you have children with you, you are setting the standard for your children, and you're building a generation of that garbage. That's why I said there's racism in each person. Because each white person, there's racism, because you're setting the standards. Stop setting standards for your children. It's not fair. Ask God to put love in your heart so that you can love others no matter the color of their freaking skin, man. You're setting the standard for your children. If you don't speak, they're not going to speak.